I'm going to be restarting GTA 5 Online as a solo player. My goal is to legitimately grind to $1 billion in the bank, and if you're interested in following the journey, make sure to subscribe. In this first episode, I'm going to be detailing how I made my first $5 million in the game, as well as what I spent that money on. Now, I have already made a video on how I made my first $1 million. You can find that in the eye in the top right hand corner, but I will detail very quickly the things that got me there. I just won't go too in depth. If you want to see the more in depth version, make sure to check out the video. So first, I did the treasure hunt where you earn the dual action revolver, get the headshots, and I earned $250,000 in 30 minutes. So that was the first one. I then went on to do the Navy revolver event, which is the slasher. Earned $275,000 from that event, and then I also did the mod bounties or the stone hatchet event and earned another $275,000. After that, I did flight school, which earned me a total of $130,000. I also did $40,000 worth of Simeon car exports, won $40,000 in the casino, and sold 2 cars for a total of $12,000. So that put me at $1,022,000 so far. That was how I made my first $1 million. Now, before we move on to the next $4 million, I would like to first mention that I'm on PC. And because of that, the only option I had of the game included the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, which gave you $1 million right off the bat, a few free cars and properties, but most importantly, the Maze Bank West CEO office, the Great Chaparral MC Clubhouse, and the Cash Factory along with that, and then the Polito Forest Bunker, all for free. Now, what I did was I created a second account, so I no longer have that money, but I do still have access to the free properties and cars. And at first, I thought I wasn't going to use them, but it only makes sense that I do. What I will say, though, is that if I were to not have the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack and had to purchase those 3 businesses plus one of the MC businesses with my own money, it would equate to about $3.2 million. And realistically, that would have taken me an extra 6 hours of grinding to get that extra 3.2 million. And that would have been done through a method that I'll explain later in this video. So while I've decided to use the businesses, I just want to say that's how much time would have been allocated to grinding in order to get those if that was the case. So now that that's out of the way, here's how I went from $1 million to $5 million. So first I got the bunker, because the bunker allows you to earn passive income. All you have to do is resupply the bunker. They go and they create product for you to sell later on for profit. Requires no extra work. All you have to work on is supplying the bunker and then reselling it. So passive business, we already started that. I then went to the MC Clubhouse and I ended up purchasing one in the city later on for more money. I also purchased a bike shop with it as well, which is another $550,000, $600,000, because this is going to be our active earning business for the moment. And the way we're going to do that is through the Life and Death Bikes mission. So if you don't know, there's currently double money on most of the biker missions or contracts with the MC Clubhouse. So I took advantage of that and I got the bike shop so that we could do the Life and Death Bikes mission. So like I said before, what it is essentially all you got to do is you go to a certain location in the Vinewood Hills, you pick up a bike from this house. You're gonna have to get past some guards. It's very simple. Just run into the house. When you get in there, use a shotgun, take out the enemies, get up to the second floor. There's gonna be 3 different switches you could press. Just try pressing each one of the switches until you open the elevator door. Go up the elevator. You're gonna enter into a garage. You want to hide behind the car that's in the garage and take out the 2 agents first. You're gonna see a big guy with a helmet on. That's going to be like the tank that you got to take out. He can take anywhere from like 3 to 7 or 8 shotgun shots. So you got to be careful. Come up out of taking cover to take a shot, go back down. A great opportunity I find is if you wait for him to run out of ammunition, when you start to see him loading up his gun again, then you could come out from cover and just shoot him repeatedly because he takes a very long time to load. So by then you should take him out. You collect a death bike, go travel to a location, take out all the enemies in that certain location, as you can see on screen, and then at the very end, because we have the bike shop, we're given the option of either ending the mission there and earning $55,000, or we can return the bike shop to our MC Clubhouse for anywhere from $72,000 to $75,000. So an extra $20,000 bonus. And what I did, because I got that bike shop, is I do that every single time. And on average, the fastest I've ever done one of these missions is 4 minutes, and the slowest is 10. So keep that in mind. Each time you're earning about $73,000. And that's the mission I ended up grinding the most for this episode. I ended up doing it 31 times, earning me $2,263,000. So a large chunk of the amount of money I earned in this episode. While doing that, I also did Sightseer, which is a VIP mission. If you don't know how that works, if you're a VIP, which means you have $50,000 or more, or you're a CEO, you're able to do VIP work. And Sightseer, in my opinion, is the best VIP mission. All you have to do is collect 3 packages around the map once you've completed 3 like cryptic games in your phone. Once you've done those 3 packages, you collect the money. Currently it's double money, so you collect anywhere from $42,000 to $45,000. Should take about 5 minutes of time. Very easy mission to do, but in total, I ended up doing that mission 17 times, which ended up earning me $731,000. So just alone on those 2 grinding methods, I made about $3 million, and I do them back to back. 1 life and death bikes, 1 Sightseer, and go back and forth, keep switching it up. Usually it was actually 2 life and death bikes because sometimes you get into a rhythm of things, but that was a great grinding method for me, so feel free to try it if you'd like. Now, another perk of having the bike shop with the MC Clubhouse is that you actually are able to customize certain bikes that arrive every hour or so and then deliver them. It's a little side mission, but every time you do that, you can earn about $45,000 to $55,000. And it just so happens that right now you have a 3 times bonus on your first ever mission or sale mission of that. So what I did was I did 1 of those, and then over that time period, I ended up doing another 3, which netted me a total of $312,500. And the final part of the building of this episode was I ended up picking up a white stuff lockup, if you know what I'm talking about, and a counterfeit cash factory, which is actually free with the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. So I got those 2, and I ended up getting supplies for those for setting those up. Plus, I ended up getting more supplies later on as well. But I did end up doing a sale mission for the white stuff, which ended up netting me $198,000. And I did a counterfeit cash delivery for $141,750. And the final sell mission I did was the bunker for $330,000. I was ambitious, tried to do all the locations in Los Santos, but it did not work. But I still got half the product, which would have been about the same as just selling it closer to the bunker. But with the cost of $75,000 plus the free supplies earlier on, it meant that we made a profit of $255,000, but the sale itself was for $330,000. And so across all those grinding methods, I made $5,038,250 on our first episode. We're already at the $5 million mark, but I pretty much blew through it all even faster than I made it. And one of the reasons why was I ended up picking up the cheapest nightclub possible and got 3 technicians for it. So although we made all this money, I immediately put it back into new businesses. Now, the nightclub is like the ultimate passive business because all you have to do is earn businesses on the outside, and then you hire technicians in the nightclub to create products which you eventually sell. There's absolutely 0 work required. All you have to do is own the nightclub, hire technicians, assign the technicians, and leave it at that. And with time, although it does take a lot of time, but with time, you earn money and are able to sell on the goods for tons of money. So it is the best of passive grinding for a solo player. And that is how I made $5 million in GTA 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you hit 50 likes, I will drop the next video tomorrow. That's it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.